Before the video starts, about 96% of you guys are not subscribed. Subscribing and clicking that notification bell does help me out a lot in doing what I really want to do. Thank you guys so much for all the support. What is going on, guys? Rogue TCG here bringing another Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG deck profile. This was the viewer submitted response. Thank you to everyone who suggested and helped build upon this deck. All the help was given to me through the Discord, which I really appreciate. And if you wanted to post your own deck idea or wanted to potentially see your deck made on this channel, please let me know in the Discord. There is a channel for it. And after some troubleshooting, you are able to now type in that channel. But this is Trickstar Droll Hand Loop Turbo. We are trying our absolute darndest to make our opponents instantly lose the game. And all of y'all love seeing hand rip so many other times. So here's hand rip again. And I think this is probably one of the more consistent things that we have. This is building upon Trickstar Droll reincarnation loops that were done like 2018, 2019, I think even maybe 2017. I don't quite remember exactly when Trickstars came out. But regardless, we are planning on hand looping, and I'll be showing you how we are planning on doing it. Starting our list with triple Trickstar Candina. When this card's a normal summon, you can add a Trickstar card from your deck to your hand. Each time your opponent activates a spell trap card, inflict 200 damage to them immediately after it resolves. This could also double serve as a burn deck, because we do technically leave our opponent top decking after the first turn that we loop them. So the burn damage can actually just flat out kill them, especially if we're smacking them with like 18 bodies over and over again. So the burn damage actually does work out very good in our favor this time. So we're on triple Candina because it searches one of our ways to hand loop. We're on a triple Licorice. Quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand. Target a Trickstar monster you control, except for Licorice, special summon it, and if you do, return that monster to their hand. Each time a card's added to your opponent's hand, inflict 200 damage to them for each. Best case scenario is we open Candina, triple Licorice, and a Droll and Lockbird. So our opponent searches a card, theoretically. We Droll them, and then, we reincarnation them, and then we Droll them, and then they'll be taking, for every card they draw, actually they won't be drawing any, but we do would have triple Licorice to have 3 times 16 on board to like punch them to death. And if they do try drawing, we'll just deal even more damage to them. Because this also does count the normal draws, so each of their normal draws, if we have all 3, that's 600. We are on 1 Corbane. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are Trickstar, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the damage step, when your Trickstar monster battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the grave. The monster gains attack equal to its original attack till end of turn. You can only use 1 Corbane once per turn. It's a battle trick. It's a free special. I don't see a reason to not be playing one of it. We are on 1 Trickstar Narcissus. If your opponent takes effect damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only use this effect of Narcissus once per turn. Each time your opponent activates a monster effect in their hand or grave, inflict 200 damage to them immediately after it resolved. Very powerful effect. Really good at burning graveyard strategies. Even if we don't end up hand looping them, if we do end up searching Narcissus, we can really burn them for a lot and put them in a really disadvantageous position. We are on 1 Lilybell. If this card's added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it from your hand. You can only use effective Lilybell once per turn. Once per turn, this card can attack directly. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target a Trickstar in your grave and add it to your hand. We could go Lilybell, Punch, add Licorice back, Licorice, bounce Lilybell, Licorice, Punch, so on and so forth. Then for hand traps, we're on double Ash, Blossom, and Joy Springs. This one's a funny one. We're on a Gnome. There is a choke point in the Fire King deck that I have noticed. It is the Snake Eye Ash. If you no material or flip down that Snake Eye Ash, it really weakens the state of their end board because they either need to tribute the Ash or they need to link off the Ash, or so what. But the Ash is the one that needs to tribute itself in order to special summon from your deck. So if you can't tribute the Ash, you can't link it off, you can't do anything with it. What can you do with it? So this is just a trial for no material. However, the real reason no material isn't here is I fucking lied. I lied. No material is not in here because it's a good card, even though it is kind of a good card. It's a small world bridge. Any one of our trick stars, which are all fairies, can go into no material, which is a fairy, which has exactly Okay, welcome back. My dumbass literally forgot that Small World also counts stats, and I literally forgot that no material had 0 attack. The main reason is because we want to match with Droll. Droll being a wind level 1 spellcaster with 0 attack and defense, meaning whatever we have on the other side can't be 0 attack defense. We're trying to match with level 1. So we have a level 1 fairy that matches with a trick star with only fairy, matches with all of them with only being fairy. So we are playing one Bonds alone. This is the replacement to the no material that I fucked up on. It's a free special summon, and if you control another monster, it blows itself up because he's shy. We can just make a Link Kariba with this guy, and it'll be fine. It's just a material for an SP Little Knight. And what's funny enough is we actually can search it, I guess, which is funny enough. We go what? Regardless, let's just leave that as it is. That's humiliating. We are on triple Droll and Lockbird, the mainstay of the deck, able to search it off with Puri Reese Map, as well as hopefully grab it off of Pot of Prosperity, also hopefully grabbing it off of Small World, also hopefully grabbing it off of a Tactics or Talent, and then we can get Thrust to grab any one of these normal trap cards. We are on one Called by the Grave, triple Trickstar Light Stage, which can search any of our Trick Stars on activation, can lock down a back row and does extra burn to our opponents. We are on triple Disturbance Strategy. Your opponent shuffles their entire hand into the deck, then draws the same number of cards. Works really good under Droll. 3 present card. Your opponent discards their entire hand, then draws 5 cards. You can only activate 1 present card per turn. Pretty good under Droll. And then triple Trickstar Reincarnation, the most searchable one and the best one. Banish your opponent's entire hand, and if you do, they draw the same number of cards. And then this actually has a graveyard effect too to bring back a Trickstar, which is nice. But this one's by far the best one because it banishes. It doesn't give them any of their fucking cards back because they don't deserve it. Any of these paired with Droll means they just get rid of their hand, they don't draw anything. Which is the entire point of the entire deck. So the whole point of the deck is to get Droll and to get one of these cards and just Droll them and hit the button. So that's why it doesn't really matter if it's no material or bones alone. But we just need to find Droll somehow. That's all. Now for our extra. Extra is going to be pretty irrelevant. There's some cards we can make. With the bones alone, we can make a Link Kariba, and since we don't use our normal, we can immediately go into SP Little Knight, which is the reasoning for it. We're on double Trickstar Bloom. It's just a card. You can make your opponents draw cards. You can draw them on your turn, which is funny. 1 IP Masquerena, double SP Little Knight, double Divardis. If this card's special summon, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent, and if your opponent no more special summons, they take 200. This is the best one for burn, just straight up burning them. Every time they no more special, they take 200. Seems pretty good to me. If you have the field spell, that means 400. We're on 1 Lina because we can make it. We're on 1 Hida because we can make it. We're on 1 Holly Angel. Every time a Trickstar special summon of his zone of points to, inflict 200 to your opponent. Trickstar's points to can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, and your opponent takes any damage. Takes damage by a Trickstar's monster effect. This card gains attack equal to damage they took until end of turn, so this one can get real big if they start doing stuff. A Unicorn, an Access Code, a Borreload, and a Typhon. The extra deck is pretty much whatever you want. Nothing in there is actually specific. The main meat and potatoes of the strategy is the Droll and Lockbird and these 9 cards right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you still are, I apologize for my blunder. However, it was probably funny. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye. Thank y'all so much for watching the video, it really means a lot. If you want to talk to other Yu-Gi-Oh players in a competitive manner, please feel free to check out my Discord. We are still growing, but we would love to have you, and we plan to do some events sometime soon. You'll also be able to do cool stuff like vote on future videos and topics of videos, so swing by sometime and check us out. I also started a Patreon, so that'll be linked in the description of my videos from now on. Donating would mean a lot, and would help in producing these videos. Right now, there's only one tier, being Tier 1 Femboy. This tier includes access to an exclusive Discord channel where you'll be able to talk amongst other femboys and have access to discussions with me as well as getting a shout out in every video following your patronage. Thank you so much for all your support.